Hello and welcome. Welcome to your Monday night heart and soul transformation session. And this is your complementary session almost every week. Some weeks we don't have the session where we actually demystify soul healing and the practices that we can do to heal and transform almost every aspect of our lives. Because it also depends on how much effort we put in to transform our life. The more practice we put in, the more you're going to transform your life. Because it's not something that somebody can, obviously, when you receive blessings like Dao Hands, Kuan Yin lineage, you can transform faster. But it also helps to put in your personal practice, your self-healing practices, which are soul healing practices, each day in your life to transform. This is not to say that more negative information will come about. It will. Because you will. You're surrounded with, as you interact with people, as you go, with your family, friends, as you interact in society, at work as well, we normally actually do have some negative information that comes our way. It could be through our own thought, speech, action. It could be reactions from other people's thought, speech, actions that creates the negative information. So it's a constant, ongoing process. Transformation, as my last week's post was, transformation is not a destination. It is an ongoing process. So you've got to, on an ongoing basis, keep on doing the practices to see the results. And even when you're encountered with negative, these practices, the resilience you've built over time, will help you overcome the negative information. Otherwise, what happens is when we're encountered with negative information, it could be any negative information. It could affect any aspect of our life. But then the ripple effect can affect all aspects of your life. For instance, if it's an emotional aspect, it affects your heart. But your heart is linked to your entire body through the blood vessels. So it's not only your heart that gets affected, it's not your emotions, but every other aspect. And sometimes it's more harmful to certain organs and systems because we already have negative information sitting in those areas. It could be more harmful to our mental body, to our relationships, even finances and business. Because we start, reacting from the heart, from that hurtful place, and we reduce our virtue and flourishing in that sense, if it makes sense. And it also applies to our relationships, whether professional or personal. Because the negative information causes more sort of, if we feel hurt or if we hurt somebody, there is a ripple effect throughout our life. So, today we're working on compassion. We always use the 6 power techniques to clear information at the soul, heart, mind, energy, matter levels of all aspects of life. Compassion is something, again, it's not a one-off thing that compassion comes overnight. You have to boost and build your compassion, starting from the inner compassion. And then as you progress and you do more, then you are able to actually give compassion as well as receive compassion. Sometimes it's not just about receiving compassion. We wait, a lot of times we wait for other people to do like love, compassion, forgiveness to us. But if we start from within, if we start boosting our information from within, including compassion. So today we're working on compassion. We are much stronger. So welcome, Jessica. We've just done the introduction. And the last couple of weeks we've been working on love, forgiveness. And today we're working on compassion. This is one of the 10 greatest qualities as well. And as I was just explaining, that compassion, just like love and forgiveness, starts from within. When you start boosting and building your compassion from within, thank you, Jessica. Welcome, Karen. You will see that you're able to accept compassion from other people and give compassion. But sometimes what happens, and this came to me when I was thinking about self-love and self-care. Um, Many people, they give instead of looking after themselves, from within. So what came to me is you can't serve from an empty cup. You have got to fill your cup, you know. And I've given an example at our last week's greatest compassion, you know, session, sorry, at monthly membership, where one lady at work, a colleague of mine, so her son had borrowed her car, and because she goes to sleep early, he just sent her a message saying the tank is nearly empty. You got to fill it up tomorrow. And she decided not to do it when she came out of her place of residence to go to work. She decided that she might make it to work. And she's got one of those cars that actually says out loud how many miles you're left with. So it must have told her that you've got this many miles left. And then halfway through the journey, it said it to her, you need to go and fill up now. So I think that time is not totally empty, but it warns you that you need to go fill it, otherwise it will just stall. So she was lucky. There are many petrol stations on the way to work, so she was able to do that. And her husband also told her off because said you shouldn't let the car run on empty. The reason being the tank has a lot of gunk at the bottom, and it rises up and it actually starts destroying the engine. Now, just like the car, if we let our body, our life, our everything, relationships run on empty, we will not be able to serve ourselves as well as other people. So that's why many coaches and leaders will tell you, like in the aeroplane, they say put your mask on first, then help another person, including an infant as well. You've got to fill your cup up, put your mask on first, by many ways, not just soul healing practices, even good health, good nutrition, good exercise. Look after your own body so that you're able to serve other people. And I know a couple of people, they serve unconditionally, but they don't look after themselves. And then they get angry as to why are people not doing for me? Why am I not being looked after? So the question you should ask yourself is, why wait for somebody else to look after you? Give it to yourself. Yeah, fill your cup up first. Don't serve from an empty cup, because you won't be able to serve yourself or other people in any way, be it physical or even like listening to them, or even like giving a helping hand, giving a smile sometimes. So let your cup fill up, your life, whatever it is you want to consider that cup to be full. Today we're working on compassion. We're going to use the power, the frequency of compassion to fill us up first, our inner compassion, before we can actually even experience the outer compassion and give compassion to other souls. So if you have any questions, please let me know. If you have any examples to give me, let me know. You can actually give us examples of how this has served you in your life. How has self-compassion or any other self-love, self-care helped you in your life? And if you've seen any examples, you don't need to give names or anything, but I have experienced people who unconditionally give to other people, but then they don't get the reciprocation, and that actually they become negative about other people in their lives because they're always giving to their family, to their workmates, they're always giving. And then they realize that there's no reciprocation. But because they haven't started giving themselves love first. So it's not selfishness, it's actually self-care, self-love. So I hope you enjoy this session. So let us begin with our usual grounding practice, just to check in with ourselves as to how we're feeling, not just within our physical body, our emotional body, as well as our mental body. And then we'll use the frequency of compassion and also the calligraphy of compassion today to bring that positive information, message within ourselves, so that we can actually, serve our own body, our life, and then we are able to serve better from a more compassionate place. And even if we can, we need to forgive ourselves and start again and start boosting the compassion. Because there will be times when we'll react negatively as well. Because we are human beings, we're not sort of, I don't know whom to compare ourselves to. I could say Master Shah actually. He is very neutral. Even if somebody does say negative to him, he will be neutral about it. Because he is at that stage where he's really worked on his inner resilience. So he's able to stay neutral even if somebody says something negative about him. But from my experience, I do still react to people. When they are negative towards me, I either become angry or I do become sad. Yeah, tears will automatically come up. But within a few seconds, I realize, okay, let it go. You need to let this go. You need to not think about it. But it takes some time for me to come back to that neutral place where I'm like, this shouldn't affect me. This is not my information. So I'll let it go. All right, so let us sit up straight. Let us place our hands, one on the lower abdomen or wherever you feel comfortable. I normally place it on the heart chakra, one on the lower abdomen. Try to be as straight as possible, so your spinal column to be as straight as possible. Gently closing your eyes. You can place your feet flat on the ground, or on a sort of on a step if you can't reach the ground, because some chairs could be slightly higher. And we'll focus on our breath to bring some stillness, some grounding into our body. So let us just breathe in as far as we can, not forcing the breath. Breathe in. And out. Breathing in, allowing your body, your heart, your mind also to be a little bit grounded, going into the stillness. And out. One last time, breathing in. And out. And just take a moment to check in with your own body. Start with your physical body, just do a scan, head to toe. Checking for any aches, any pains, any discomfort within your body, if you're experiencing anything. Then bring your attention to your heart, your emotional body. First, just checking how you're feeling. Are there any negative emotions within your emotional body right now? Are they fairly positive? And what is the level of self-compassion? Focusing on self-compassion is not selfishness, it's always a process. It grows with time, and sometimes it can also deplete, depending on what's happening in our lives. So it's always an ongoing process. Bringing your attention to your mental body, your brain. Just see how you're feeling. Is it fairly quiet? Is it noisy? And sometimes the noise is a little bit of disturbance. It's actually not serving our own life, our mental body, as well as our life. Sometimes it could be creative thinking, which is fine. But if it's noise and disturbance, it could not be helpful. The aim of every practice that we do is to bring balance, calmness, equanimity, wellness within all aspects of life. But as I explained earlier, if you work on one aspect, there will be a ripple effect. So when one aspect experiences negative, there's also a ripple effect. So especially our emotional body is very much linked to compassion. So our heart is linked to the emotional body. And our heart and the blood vessels are linked to every aspect of our lives. So the ripple effect could be more for other people, like some organs can be affected more in, let's say, my body. I'm diabetic, so my pancreas can be probably affected even more at that time. So it depends on what is already depleted in our lives. So that will be affected more. So we're going to work on bringing compassion into our emotional body, our heart, to help us actually neutralize, every other aspect today. So let's just focus on our heart today and the emotional body. And to cultivate more inner compassion within. And just see how that helps us with all other aspects today. So let us begin by saying hello to our inner souls. This is the connection part, saying hello. And if you are lying down by any chance, please do not say any of the mantras or trace in the yang way. So out loud and trace with your hands and, with your Tai Chi movement. Just place your hands towards the calligraphy, use your eyes, or just meditate in the field. That's the yin way of tracing and doing the mantras. You're just whispering the mantras. The reason being, if you're lying down, you want to conserve energy. So when you say it out loud or you're doing movement, you're actually using more energy and you want to preserve and conserve the energy. So as you're sitting up, you can do the mudra, bringing your 5 fingers together, or I'll show you when it comes to it, using your Tai Chi ball, the Lord Antien tracing, when we're doing the tracing. So even with the mantras and the affirmations that we're doing, silently if you're lying down, and when you're seated up or standing, you can do it either way. You can do it silently or out loud. So just listen to your body as well. Listen to your field, your energy at that time. So let us begin by connecting to our inner souls. Dear my soul, heart, mind, and body, and dear the soul, heart, mind, and body of my heart and my emotional body, I love you. You have the power to transform any negative information within to positive. You have the power to increase more compassion, inner compassion within. My heart and my life. I'm so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And always just take a moment, note any sensations. As soon as you start connecting, as soon as you come into the field as well, into the session, you may feel the vibrations within your heart chakra, throughout your body as well. Just keep on observing how you're feeling, what you're experiencing. Now we'll also connect to the outer souls and the calligraphy and our treasures as well. So sometimes, I don't do it, but if you are already part of this journey, you know that you need to connect to all these aspects so that your session goes much deeper. It amplifies your healing and transformation. So let us begin with the divine realm. We're connecting to all the saints and Buddhas. Dear Tao, dear Divine, dear all of our spiritual fathers and mothers. And you could name any saints, any spiritual beings you want to call in. Just call them now. Dear all of our heavens teams, heaven, our gurus, our guides, our angels. Dear Mother Earth, countless planets, stars, galaxies and universes. Dear the frequency of compassion, the mantras that we're chanting today. We love you. We honor you. Please, will you join us? Help us to receive the frequency of compassion, increasing our inner compassion. We're so grateful to receive. Thank you. And dear all of our Tao and Divine treasures this hour, we're just turning them on for ourselves. Please turn on. Please help us to increase the frequency, the vibration of compassion within our hearts, within our lives. We're so grateful. And let us also connect to the calligraphy. Dear Dart Sabay calligraphy, dear greatest compassion calligraphy. We love you. We're so honored. Please will you join us and help us receive your frequency and vibration. Help us increase our inner compassion. Thank you. And just take a moment again to note any sensations within your heart chakra, throughout your body. We're going to start with the yin breathing. We're just going to breathe in the frequency from the field that we've created into our heart and bring in the compassion within our hearts. And whatever it is, sometimes we may have done something, either to us or our friends, our families, whatever it is that we have done, just letting that go. So it's like similar to bringing in forgiveness into our heart, and we are combining. So we are letting go of the hurt that we may have felt or created in another soul, using the frequency of compassion this time. But it's at the same time, we're using forgiveness as well to let go of the hurt, to let go of anything that we may have created for ourselves, for any other souls that we have experienced as well from other people. So just allowing that frequency of compassion to help you heal and transform the message. Breathing in, experience the frequency of compassion coming in. And as you're breathing out, letting go. Breathing in. And if you feel like you wish to, you can also send compassion to any of the souls that you may have hurt or harmed in any way. Just unconditionally sending compassion as well. And experience whatever message is coming through to your heart chakra right now. It could be a message of compassion. It could be any other thing. It could be forgiveness, love. could be willpower. Compassion increases willpower. It boosts our energy, immunity, stamina, vitality. So let us breathe in, even though I said we work on our heart, let us breathe in into our lower abdomen now. A little bit of compassion to boost our energy, immunity, stamina, vitality. Let us do that. Breathing in. And out, letting go. When we are grounded from our lower abdomen, especially our lower dantian, all these energy centers and chakras within our lower abdomen, when they are balanced and grounded, we can actually even feel more compassionate towards ourselves as well as others as well. Because the grounding helps you have resilience that creates that. You're able to bounce back. Even if you get hurt, you're able to bounce back again to that neutral position much faster because of that resilience, that inner willpower that's been, that inner, uh, the boost that you've created by strengthening every aspect of your life from your inner core. I think the next, after I finish all the positive, I think I'll do gratitude next, but we'll start on our energy centers. We did the chakras and the chi channel in the last few weeks, last few months. And it's important to bring that inner strength, build that resilience in our foundation so that we can be more compassionate to ourselves and bounce back to neutral whenever we get hurt, which can happen unexpectedly sometimes. You don't even expect it and it happens. All right, so just breathe in one more time to your heart. Boost your compassion. And as you breathe out, letting go. And just take a moment to note any sensations within your entire body. Any vibrations, even if you feel stillness, total stillness, that is great. Sometimes it's very difficult to be at that position where you're feeling stillness and nothing, no movement basically. No thought, no irritation, no movement within your body as well. Sometimes it's very difficult to be in that state. So just shaking your body. And if you want to do the, standing up tracing, please stand up. This is called the Dantian tracing. Again, the lower Dantian is a key energy center that helps you boost your energy, immunity, stamina, vitality. So as we trace with our lower Dantian, so making sure that your feet are shoulder width apart so that you have stability, knees slightly bent so you're not locking it. And then you're going to use your lower abdomen. So there's a Dantian, lower Dantian energy center, just in front of your sacral chakra, and you're going to be using that with a Tai Chi ball. And you can rotate one side and then the other side just to experience how the tracing will happen. The other one is bringing, the mudra will be on the screen as well, bringing your 5 fingers together. This is a 5-element mudra. The meridians of your 5 elements end at the fingertips. And this also helps you with balancing your emotions, especially your earth element and your spleen helps you bring more love and compassion into your life. So even that mudra helps you quite a lot with bringing that compassion into your life, into your heart. So we're going to be tracing this calligraphy. I'm going to share it. This is Dat Sebei. And you can start tracing in whatever way you can. If you're doing the yin, you can just place your hands or trace with your eyes. And if you're doing the dantian tracing, please do trace a little bit, even if it's for 5 minutes or less even, because at the beginning you may not be able to do more. But try and trace with your dantian at least once every day, if you can. We're going to start by saying Datsabe, greatest compassion. That is the calligraphy's name. And it is a mantra in itself as well. Datsabe, greatest compassion. Datsabe, greatest compassion. Datsabe, greatest compassion. Now we'll do a few affirmations. Start with Datsabe, please boost my energy, immunity, stamina, vitality. Datsabe, please boost my energy, immunity, stamina, vitality. Datsabe, please boost my energy, immunity, stamina, vitality. Thank you. And now we're going to go and say, please boost my inner compassion. Datsabe, please boost my inner compassion. Datsabe, please boost my inner compassion. Datsabe, please boost my inner compassion. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And let us just trace a few more times silently down the calligraphy. You can silently continue with asking for that inner compassion or boosting your energy, immunity, stamina, vitality. And as you finish the calligraphy, all the way down, coming to a seat, placing your hand either on your heart chakra or wherever it's comfortable. Just finishing the tracing to the bottom. Let us breathe in again. Just bring in back the yin. Breathe in the frequency from the field into your heart again. And as you breathe out, letting go any thought, speech, actions that have come up. One more time, breathing in, allowing the frequency of compassion to come into your entire body, wash you from head to toe, skin to bone, and letting go. Just take a moment to note any sensations within your heart chakra, throughout the body, any vibrations. And just bringing your attention to your emotional body first, seeing how you're feeling within, especially if you felt anything that was unbalanced. And the level of compassion And this is always gonna change. As I said, as we encounter the world, we interact with people, our compassion levels sometimes drop, they sometimes increase, depending on whom we're interacting with as well. All of our messages and information is constantly changing. And it's up to us to introduce the practice to actually bring it back to neutral and then positive thereafter. So just scanning your body head to toe at a physical level, just see how you're feeling. If you had any aches or pains, you're just going to note how you're feeling within your whole body now. And then bringing your attention to your mental body, your brain, just see how you're feeling within your brain as well. Our emotional body has a very close connection to our mental body, because when we are disturbed in the heart, there's an instant sort of brain reaction of the negative. But when we're positive, there's also a brain reaction of the positive as well. So bringing your hands to prayer position by your heart chakra, we close the practice today by saying thank you. Thank you to our own soul, heart, mind, and body, especially our emotional body. And the frequency of compassion and our own soul, heart, mind, and body for accepting to transform any negative messages through the power of compassion. And thank you all the outer souls, including our treasures, the calligraphy, all the saints, the Buddhas that were present, all of Divine Realm, Mother Earth, the universe. We're so grateful to receive. Thank you. Thank you for serving us. We ask you to respectfully return. Gently massaging your hands, the palms of your hands. Place them on your eyes, gently blinking your eyes open. And just rubbing or massaging your entire face, your jaw, your cheeks, your chin, your neck, down your shoulders. And stretching upwards, just allowing that stretch. Bring the stretch to your side, so placing your hands, flexing your hands and fingers. Stretch again, pressing the floor down. And letting go, shaking it off. And please keep on, doing all the practices, including the foundational practices that we did for the chakras, the Waijiao, the Qi channel. And the last few weeks we've been working on the frequencies. So we did love, forgiveness. Today we're doing compassion. Next week, if next week is on, we'll do gratitude. All the next session will be about gratitude. So please join. And would anybody like to share how they're feeling? You can put it in the chat if you don't want to come. If you don't want to come on camera, you could even just speak if you want to. Just let me know, how are you feeling after this short practice? How is, the information to each one of us is processed in a different way. So whatever I received, it was because of whatever I'm going through in my life right now. And everybody receives an individual sort of session and blessing every single time that you attend. So I'm grateful that you're here. Thank you so much for those who were live. Thank you so much for those who are watching the recording. I'll put it up on the YouTube channel. The series, the Heart and Soul Transformation series, has all the recordings. So I'll put it up on that particular library on the YouTube channel. And for those who want to get more out of the sessions, please join. The next lot of monthly membership is starting next week. So we won't have a session this Saturday, but it will start on Tuesday next week. And it has 11 sessions, including the high frequency sessions, the foundational sessions during Saturday. And then we work on stress, burnout, relationships, and finances. So it's an overall sort of, well-being sessions. You have 11 sessions, but the minute you join the monthly membership, you receive the recordings for life. You receive the blessings only once. There's normally about 3 to 4 levels of blessings also included within the price. So £60 for 11 sessions. So please join if you can. The link will be available in, if you're part of any of my groups, you will see the link there. But the link will be available on the YouTube channel as well. So, love you all. Stay blessed, and I hope you enjoyed this session today. And join us. Yes, Jessica?
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you. I just wanted to say thank you. That was an amazing session. It was just what I needed. I've been working a lot with the Bay, and it just it calmed me down. I was you know just rushing around very busy today, and now I just feel so much more grounded and peaceful and patient. I feel like it really kind of gave me what I needed, which was to slow down and to have more love and patience. So I
Wow,
really
that's,
appreciate it. Thank you so
yeah.
much.
Thank you. Thank you, Jessica, for that. Yes, that's amazing, amazing news that, as I said, we all receive at our individual levels what we actually need at that particular moment. And it's good. Patience is something that we all need in our lives. And hopefully, we receive more. We receive more love, compassion, forgiveness. That brings a lot of patience as well. So, love you all. Thank you for joining today. And hope to see you next week for gratitude. Otherwise, as I said, please join the monthly membership. That will also give you all these sessions, but much deeper because you get the 3, 4 levels of healing as well. So, love you. Stay blessed and keep on practicing. Thank you.
Thank you. Wonderful.